main issue so far has been for this Rockets team?
Man, Chandler, I think it's honestly been consistent in this group all year long. As much as we like to fight it, they got hot down the stretch. I think they won 8 in a row. They had a couple games where they tied a franchise record for 30 assists consecutively plus. And then at the end of the day, Katie's injury was everything. It's a group that struggled on the road. They're much better at home. So it's a group, you know, we got to be frank that, you know, you see them some nights and you feel like they're contenders. They can play with anyone because you see the athleticism of Amin Thompson. You see Katie in the way that he can score, in the records that he breaks, beats Michael Jordan, beats Dirk Nowitzki, passes these guys up. And like every night we've got a graphic or a stat for something that's never been done. And you know Alfred Şengün's style, but it's a group that's played down to their competition. So we've seen it all year long. But ultimately, I'm really expecting the Rockets to be much better in these next 2 games at home.
Yeah, and obviously it's crazy to even ask this because LeBron James is 41 years old. But
Here we go.
who's the best player on the floor in this series? I'd obviously like to think it's Kevin Durant. You got Şengün, but like LeBron has been unbelievable.
Right. I mean, in this series right now, you got to give LeBron his kudos. He's done a good job. He's playing, I like to call it old man basketball. I'm 41 also, but I've been out the league for about 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting here doing media. But if we're older, what are we going to do? We're going to control pace. We're going to slow the game down. We're going to grab. We're going to hold. We're going to wait till somebody helps. And, you know, the difference between Kevin Durant and LeBron James is when LeBron has the ball, he wants to pass. He's looking to pass. He's going to make that pass 10 out of 10 times. When KD has the ball, he wants to go and score the basketball. And to answer your question, we cannot fairly evaluate. You're watching Kevin Durant, and I'm no medical expert. I didn't talk to our people. He looks like he's about 70 to 80%. You're not seeing the best of Kevin Durant. So let's put that in the air right now as everybody wants to evaluate and say who's better, who's doing like this. Like KD's unbelievable to have. Look, bro, to have 20 in the first half on half a leg right now, man, he's different, man.
While getting double teamed, by the way.
Yeah, let's certify that, dog.
So can they win the series, or is this whole too deep? Can they come back?
On, man. Like the series hasn't been done. It's only 2 games. Like LA, if you said what the Lakers do, they did what they're supposed to do. Now, obviously, with Luka and Reeves out, you say, man, this shifted completely towards the Rockets. But Kevin Durant is that instrumental to the Rockets that when he's injured and he's not the same, like that takes away. To this year, I think he was first or second in the team in minutes. So, like, when his minutes off the floor were a challenge for the group saying, hey, how do we play or manufacture offense or whatever when he's not there? And then people don't talk about it. Kevin's defensive statistics are crazy, too. He's like top of the league in help. Like, the year that he's had is phenomenal. So the criticism, let's say, Boogie, I heard you say it a few times, like this personal attack, like if you got a personal thing with Kevin Durant, keep it personal.
Yeah.
Don't take it over to basketball, man, because this man's been unbelievable for Houston this season.
Also, he's missed 4 games this year, so to miss game 1, clearly he's not right.
It was serious, yeah. He's not missing for nothing. By the way, talking about like panicking, and there are some fans out there that clearly have reached the panic stage already. You know, no Van Vliet, no Steven Adams. Those are pretty big pieces to your roster, and yet there are calls out there already for, hey, maybe we make some changes in the front office. Maybe we make a change at coach. Like, what do you say to that?
That's absolutely crazy. And again, here's the reality. When you see the talent of Amin Thompson, you see Alfred Şengün, you see KD, man, this team should be winning. They should be consistent. They should do all these things. You lost your glue. The glue guys are the guys that keep it together. You know, when we were in Sacramento, Boogie Cousins was the all-star. Ryan Hollins was a little bit of glue trying to keep things together behind the scenes. You don't appreciate the glue, right? So I'm no Fred Van Vliet, but Fred does so many things. So before Fred came, Houston was probably last in the league in turnovers. When he came to the Rockets, they were first in the league in taking care of the basketball. Those things are vital. When things get a little out of hand or there's communication, let's simplify it. Let me say it one more time. When there's communication from the coaching staff in practice and film to the floor, the point guard minimizes the time that the staff or that the players can get the messages from the coaching. And some things you can't coach up right away. Okay, Alpe's not feeling it. Let me get him into the pick and roll, get him in the pocket where he's comfortable. Okay, Kevin's doing too much. Let me get Kevin off the ball. Run some away action for him. Run some pin downs, run some things. So, again, you got Reed and Amin and Alpe with the ball handling responsibilities, but these guys are still growing into their role. Now that you lose Fred excuse me, I'm going crazy. Big Steve-O, like that's everything. And for Steven Adams, let me explain, because I think a lot of people don't understand what Steven Adams does. Every team that Steven Adams has ever been on has led the NBA in rebounding. The Houston Rockets, because of Steven Adams, were on a historical pace. What he's doing in this generation of, I guess, small ball still, like it's unbelievable what he does with the boards. He's big brother out there. So when he's playing right alongside Alperen Sengun, that's when Alperen Sengun's poking the chest out. He's feeling confident. Not that he's still not a bad man, but it's a lot easier when you get a chance to play for Boogie. You notice Boogie, when Boogie was next to AD was real confident. When AD was next to, not that AD's not a bad man, don't make no mistake what I'm saying. When he was next to Dwight Howard playing for, you feel so much more confident. So some of those guys that are skilled, you like to have that Isaiah Stewart. You like to have that bruiser next to him. You like that during that. So these guys get so much more comfortable. So, and then from a veteran standpoint, Steven Adams understood, oh, the ball's not moving. Let me go set a screen. They pressuring KD. Let me go set a screen. And when you getting your back tore up on the screen because you're getting hit or you're getting screened, you think twice about fighting through action. So those two glue pieces are why you're seeing the inconsistency between them. So you can't, like I said earlier, you cannot fairly evaluate the front office. You cannot fairly evaluate Coach Ime Udoka, who's done an unbelievable job, and I'll tell you why if you want to know, without understanding how big those losses are.
But Ryan, now on the flip side, a lot of people are saying that JJ Redick is out coaching Ime. Is that just because the adjustments or because the double or the scheme that he's providing, or is he out coaching him right now, or is it something else? Make
no mistake. I love that you asked it. JJ's doing a hell of a job. I played with JJ over in LA with the Clippers. He's done the media thing. He's doing a heck of a job. And again, you know, what's the difference? He's got veterans over there. So when you have veterans, you put in a game plan, they can change things around. Why are they so great defensively? Shoot, you lost two non-defenders, two guys that you had to clean up for on the other side. And ultimately, he's got a group that's believing. And we're doing an even better job, man, with all due respect. And take this in the right context. As great as LeBron James is, he's hard to coach. Why is he hard to coach? Because he's so smart. You can't just tell him anything. You got to be able to look him in the face and hold him accountable. So JJ's doing a heck of a job. And again, unfortunately, you know, you have a group that's still compensating for not having Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams. The physicality is gone, the low turnovers, the instant communication from coaching staff to player is missing. So Houston's done an unbelievable job working through those hurdles, but give JJ his flowers. But because he gets his flowers, that don't mean that you got to take away from what Ime's done. And what Ime is in the process of, with all due respect, you had a group last year, guys, and I heard you guys speak about this. Houston could win with rebounds and defense, okay? Then KD gets here, man, just get a guy who can go and score the basketball. You get that. But now with the injuries, he's got to find different ways to win. And the ultimate challenge is spacing the floor, having an offense that you don't just run through one player. And then, you know what, when you have a great player, it is hard not to give a great player the basketball. Like when you have Kevin Durant, it is hard not to do that. So, again, it's not just a coaching thing, it's a player thing. When you got young guys got to learn how to step up to the plate. So we're going through some growing pains. So just be patient. And it's a group that I promise is historically much better at home. And you'll see that in these next two games.
We're patient. But if you get swept, I'll never speak to you again. So that's all
fair.
I'm saying about that.
Okay. That's fair, Bees.
Okay, that's all I got.
Bees, you got to explain the Wemby thing. We got to teach young fella how to fall, man.
Dude, I know. Like a redwood. It's just, we'll get to him in 1 second. I do want to show a little clip of you and Ackerman and Craig Ackerman. There was earlier in the season. Physical violence should never be condoned. What's going on? He got punched in the face. Speaking of, what happened there, buddy?
So, man, I lean and I'm celebrating. You know, we had a great play. We swung it to Reed Shepherd. And me and Craig, we go crazy. You don't always see it, but we on the floor right there. So I lean in. I'm thinking etiquette. He feels me leaning in. He goes to celebrate uppercuts. He knocks the headset off. And it felt as bad as it was. You know, we professionals, so we kept it going. But, you know, you can see the positive play coming. And, you know what's so tough, man? Craig Ackerman, I'm gonna call him out, man. He takes a lot of pride in punching me that day. You know, I'm sure Boogie would have let him punch me a few times in practice. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a part of.
It's a good one.
Job,
it's clean.
Yo, Ryan, what's up, man? It's BP here, man. I got a question for you, bro. I'm gonna just change the speed. You know, we've been talking about the